Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the Old Lady, and this is Advanced Squad Leader. ASL Scenario A, the Guards Counterattack, Soviet Turn 2. Let's get right into this because it's getting hot and exciting in the game. Here we are. I apologize for the blurriness in the last video. It took me a full day's work, but I finally figured out what the problem was in OBS, and hopefully it's better now. So here we are in the rally phase. It is time for a wind change die roll. Let's start there. No wind change. And we will do some rallies. Let's figure this out. We have rallies here and here, and that's it. And a self-rally up here. Alright, so let's start with the Russians with the self-rally. Right, we have to roll for their morale. Let's see whether we get anything. They're not under desperation morale anymore, so a roll of 8 or better will get them rallied by self-rally, I think. Let's try it and see what it is. Nope. 11. They almost completely cacked it, but they did not. So they didn't quite blow it completely, but they did not self-rally. Over here we have the Commissar, who gets to ignore DM, so he can see what he can do about rallying these guys. Because of the Commissar, the morale of this 447 is actually 8. And let's roll for it and see whether he gets it, because no desperation morale, because we have a Commissar in the room. 8. That should do it, I think. That should rally him. And that's good. And then we have the Germans down here. Let's get them sorted out as well. Okay, for the Germans down here, we have a morale of 7, but we have a leader in the building, so let's see what we can do with that. He's an 8-1, or a 9-1, I should say, so that's going to actually do it with the leader bonus. So he's rallied one that wasn't under desperation morale, and then he has another one that's under desperation morale, so let's see how they do. Not very well. So one rallies, the other doesn't. Last, there's also, I almost forgot, 2 Germans in this stack with the 8-0 leader, and he's going to try and rally them. They're both under desperation morale, so we'll see whether or not we can get a 4 or better. No. And no. Wow, we're rolling really bad on these rally rolls. But that's how it's happening. And we have not had any rallies there. That's going to make a difference. Okay, prep fire phase. It's time to see what we want to do about prep firing. We're going to prep fire these 3 for 18. I think that will do it. Yes, the rest of them I want them to move, so that's going to do it. We got an 18 up 3 shot at this lone 467 in F5. Let's see how we do. It's an 18 up 3, 16 up 3. Alright, coward. So it's actually going to be 12 up 3. But on the 12 chart, a 7 gives us a 1 MC. So this guy has to take a 1 MC. We'll have a go with that. Let's see how he does. 4, he makes it. So he's actually alright. Tough guys in that stand. They've taken several shots and haven't been able to break them yet. But it's time to start movement. I don't think there's any other prep fire that I want to use. No, there is not. So, yeah, that'll do. That's it for prep fire. Let's move on to the movement phase. In the movement phase, Alright, before I do anything else, the leader is going to move downstairs from the top floor of this building down to the basement, down to the main level, so he can start rallying those troops. That's what we're doing first. Let's do that. Next, I'm going to move someone from the ground floor of this hex out into the street straight ahead at G5. So for one movement point, for assault movement, so it will actually be all of my movement, but not all of my, it's a complicated thing, assault movement. Let's just say it's not using all of my movement, but I'm only going the one hex anyway, so it's fine. Let's do that. So, one guy out in the street, excuse me, we've got a couple of options for who's going to shoot at him. I'm going to start with the 467 right next door. The 467 will take his shot, 8 down 1. Wow, terrible rolls today. That's a 9 on the 8 chart. It's a pin task check. Well, that's kind of a pain in the butt, but there it is. There's a pin task check. 5. No sniper, so he passes it. He does not pin. On the same movement point, the guys, the half squad with the light machine gun over here will attack the same guy, again setting up a fire lane along this hex grain with the left side chosen. So this here, then here, then here, then here, and so on. Alright, let's find the fire lane counter. Okay, so that leaves 4 residual firepower in that location, and they're going to be attacked on, let me think here, the 4 chart. No, they can't use their, if they're firing the machine gun, they can't use their inherent firepower. So it's just the machine gun, which will be a 2 -1 attack. It's not a great chance, but it's got to be taken. So we'll see how that goes. Hold on one second. I've also got to stick a defensive first fire on that 467. Machine gun, 2 down 1. Let's try it. Well, sand roll, but not activated, so don't have to worry about this one. But we got 6 down 1 is 5 on the 2 chart. Is a normal morale check for those guards out in the street. And not only did they pass, but they got a heat of battle. So let's pop up the heat of battle chart here, and we'll roll on the heat of battle chart. 10. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. +2 for Russian, -1 for elite, and that's it. So he's actually going to get an 11, which on the heat of battle chart, as you can see, is berserk, which works for me. I am happy to see that. That's kind of fun, something different. We'll stick a berserk marker on this guy, and he will start behaving like a berserker. He's gone berserk. Now I have to quickly look up what berserk means. Let's just quickly see here. Okay, I had to do a bit of reading about this, but apparently a berserk unit goes to having 8 movement factors, but we declared assault movement, which means that he has finished his turn by moving there. So he will not actually move right away, but he will advance in when the chance comes. So that's a good start. And we have another move here where we're going to move F3 into F4, again using assault movement, and just 1 unit. Now he's attacked by the fire lane, 1 -1. So let's see about that. And did he break it? No, it's a German machine gun. They don't break on an 11. So, never mind. He does get a result of 11, which, as you can see, is nothing on this chart, so that's not a big problem. Okay, so he has finished his move there, and he will stop. I'm wondering whether I should go with subsequent first fire on that unit as well, and I think that I will. These guys will fire. It's subsequent first fire or something like that, which means it's halved but doubled for point blank, so it's a 4 attack -1. Alright, a 4 -1 shot. That's an 8 on the 4 chart, and it does nothing. So that's fine, and he's finished. Last, oh, and we need to put 2 residual firepower there. And then we have to move the next 628 out into the street, where he will also be attacked by the fire lane and the residual firepower. So he's going to take a 1 -1 shot and a 2 -1 shot. So first the fire lane. And now I can't see it. It's 3. So he got a 3 on the fire lane. That's a 1 and no modifier. So it's a 1 MC on the newest guy to move in there. Sorry, I didn't actually move him. He too is assault moving. So he's he's got that sorted out. The fire lane attacks him with a 1 -1. It's a 1 MC. Let's do that. That's going to be a pass on a 3. So that's pretty good. And then the final fire, again a 2 down 1 shot from the, a 2 shot from the residual firepower. Woo! Woo! He got a 2 on the 2. Oh, that's gonna hurt. 1 KIA. No, not KIA. K1. Which means it kills 1 unit and causes a 1 morale check to any other unit. But that won't matter because they've already been attacked. So it's just going to be killing this unit. It's just an outright kill. So, yeah. That's it. Those Germans are shooting like crazy men. And I think that's going to do it for movement on that side. Now, there are 2 stacks that can fire on him. But I think we'll set up the fire lane. So it's going to set up a fire lane of 2. And it's going to be an 8 shot down 1. So that's pretty good. Sorry, down 2, 1 for the leader and 1 for the move in the open. So 8 down 2. It's going to be a tough shot. We just rolled 3 1s for the 2nd time in a row. That's crazy. Anyway, it's a 2 shot on the 8. That's really bad. 2 shot down 2. It's a 3 KIA. That guy is absolutely destroyed. Goodbye. That will leave 4 residual firepower again. Okay, so now we have laid down the residual firepower and fire lane markers, and it's time for somebody else to move, so let's stick it out and see what we can do. They're just going to have to take the punishment, keep coming. Let's try it. Assault move from M3 into the street, where they are attacked by a 2 shot on the for the residual firepower. That's a 5 on the 2 column is a normal morale check. So let's try the morale check for the Russians. They fail. And the fire lane, which has a strength of 2, so we got another 2 shot. This one is not as effective. Right, 7 is not actually going to do anything. He manages to survive, but he is broken. Alright, 1 more guy. Let's try it again. We're going to see if we can get another guy. Assault move. and we'll try another shot. Same things. He's got 2 from the residual firepower. That's a 6 with a 2, so that's a sniper activation for the Russians. So the Russian sniper will activate. But first, it's a 6 on the 2 column, which is a pin task check. Don't think that's actually going to matter, but we'll roll it anyway. The pin task check. 7. I think you're okay if you roll exactly your morale on a pin task check. I think. I'll probably get that wrong, and then somebody will tell me, and that'll be that. But otherwise, I think he actually managed to make it on that one. Now he's going to try it on the fire lane attack. 8. And it doesn't cower or anything, but it's not going to hit anything either. So that's fine. Now, the sniper roll. Let's roll direction and distance. Red die is the direction. So 6 is the direction, and 1 is the move. So the guy who took the shot is taking the sniper attack. So yeah, the guy taking the shot is the one who takes the attack. Now we need a random selection roll. We've got 1 leader and 1 squad in there. So we'll see whether it's the leader who gets wounded or the squad who gets pinned. I think, yeah, it's a 5 on the red. That's the leader. So he actually is going to get wounded. Alright, let's go get a wound marker. Oh, we gotta do a roll. We need to do a roll for the wound severity. So we'll look at the black die on this one, just the black die. 1, it's a light wound, so he is wounded, and that's that. Alright, so he is wounded. That's not good for him. And thank you very much, Sniper. We do actually have a Russian squad in the street who did not get broken and are going to be able to advance into combat. So that's kind of exciting. No, that would be crazy. Let's just move them forward. Alright, so these guys here, the stack back here, will move up 1 by 1 into the stone building, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so it turns out I missed something earlier with the Commissar. Of course, when the Commissar tried to rally those troops, you can't not rally when the Commissar tells you to rally. So they are reduced in quality, so they are now conscripts at a 426, and they will be the ones to take the lead walking into the possible fire here. Any fire from the Germans? No, I don't think so. I'm going to move, that's going to be the end of his turn for 2 movement points. I'm going to move the 447 also into the same location. No, the Germans will not fire yet. Nope, got something else to do with them. So that's good. We're done there. We're done with movement. Except, I'm going to move a stack downstairs. There's nobody to fire on them, so it won't matter if I use them as a stack, move them as a stack. So let's do that. Right, they've moved down to the ground floor, and that's where they're going to stop. Next, let's see. Nope, that's it for movement. Movement is finished. Movement is finished. I need to mark defensive fires. Since you put a fire lane down, you've actually final fired. And similarly, this stack also has final fire because they put down the fire lane. So, yeah, that's it for movement. Let's move on. Right, defensive fire phase. Now the Germans will fire from M7. It should be fairly devastating. Let's see what we've got in that hex. Okay, there's what's in that hex. So I'm seeing a 7, 11, 15, 22 shot. That's a 20 shot at the 447 in L3. And it's down 1 because, no wait, it's down 2 because of assault movement. Move in the open. I'm gonna rule that it's down 2. I believe it's down 2, so we'll find out. It's a 20 down 2. 6 and 2. It's another sniper activation for the Soviets. But more importantly for them at the moment is that it is on the 20 chart a 6 minus 1. Sorry, minus 2 is a K4. So this guy breaks, and I don't have to worry about the broken unit. Sorry, he doesn't break, he's killed. So he's killed outright. Let's take him out of there. Okay. So we have done defensive fire. That's all there was. There ain't no more in this show. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so that's it for defensive fire. Let's move on to advancing fire. And here we are. So we have a sniper activation as well. Let's see what that does. A red die for direction, white for distance. 2 and 3. And that's going to bring it onto the next stack over, I think. It moves to there, and then picks the nearest with the best TEM available, which is going to be one of these 2 stacks, and I'm going to pick the one with lots of guys in it. Alright, we got it set up. Here's the roll. Red, orange, green, and blue. So 2 of the squads will both be selected and will both be pinned. I don't think that's actually going to make a difference in this game, because they pin after their attack, and there won't be any CC over on that side. So no real effect, basically. Yeah, no real effect. So, advancing fire. We have the guys in F4 and their buddies in G4. They will all fire together on the Germans in F5. That will be a 6 plus 9, 15, 12 shot up 3. So a 12 shot up 3. That's an 8, which is a normal morale check. Okay, so they actually got him to make a morale check. Let's try him again. The 4, 6, 7 in F5. 9. He finally breaks. So let's get him marked as broken. I just realized I completely forgot about the guys who are in I7 and the shot they could have taken on that building over there. I don't think this is going to go very well for the Russians at the moment. They've been really hit hard over on the east side here. So it's looking pretty good for the Germans at this point. We'll see how it goes, but I don't see how the Russians can win at this point. Still, we'll see. It's still possible. That's it for advancing fire, so on to the rout phase. And here we are in the rout phase. So first the Russians, they've got actually out of all of that only 1 broken unit. And it's going to rout. So that's good. He's all well there, no problem. The German obviously will rout backwards into the hex with the leader. He has to rout because he's adjacent to all kinds of Russians. So let's have him do that. So that's it for the rout phase. Let's move on to the advance phase. Advance phase, yes. Alright, time for people to advance. And I think there's going to be a lot of it on this turn. Let's see what we can do. F4 can advance normally. Yeah, that's it for the advance phase, actually. There isn't anything else to do for the Russians. Any other advances they make would be out into the street, which would be extraordinarily dangerous and kind of silly. And here we are in close combat phase, but there isn't any close combat because the only one that was going to happen got eliminated. Well, he got broken, but same effect. So no actual close combat this turn. that's going to be it for this turn, which means that's it for this episode. We are seeing, I think, the Russians lose this battle, but we'll see how it goes. They still got a chance. First off, let's go to the end card, and we'll say, I hope that you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate your time. I hope you have a great day, and take care.